Okay, hi everybody. We are going to start today standing. We're going to focus first on bringing the energy up a little bit, just getting ready for our day, and then we'll take it down to the mat, do some stretching to finish. We're going to focus today a little bit more on the shoulders and the hips. So just standing somewhere at the top of your mat. Close down the eyes if that feels okay in your body right now. Just let your arms down by your sides. And take a deep breath in and just center yourself here and arrive onto your mat. Notice where your weight is in your feet. Start to bring some more attention to your toes. Maybe rock back and forth. And then on your next breath in, you can start to open up the eyes, reach the arms up overhead, let your gaze follow. And if you want to come up onto your tippy toes, stretch everything up. And then we'll grab onto the left wrist with the right hand and just pull the hands over to the right. Get a big stretch in that left side body. Breathe into that space. And then start to come through center. Switch your grip. Pull the right hand over to the left. And come back into center. On your exhale, roll the spine slowly all the way forward. Come into a forward fold. Keep a really big bend at the knees. Bring your chest all the way down onto the thighs. Reach for your mat. Let the head be heavy. Shake it yes and no. Take any tension out of the neck. On your next breath in, bring your hands to your shins, come up halfway, just make a straight spine. And on the exhale, fold forward again. On your next breath in, we'll do that again. Come up to halfway, feel the core turning on a bit, and then on the exhale, fold. And on your next inhale, roll the spine slowly again, all the way up to standing. We're going to do a little bit of breath work to start. If you feel yourself getting lightheaded, just come back to your forward fold. Let your head be heavy. Just relax down there. But on your next inhale, we'll bring the arms up, and we're going to forcefully exhale on the way out as we head down into our fold. So it looks like this. And then you slowly inhale all the way back up to arms overhead. Forcefully exhale out through the mouth. Do this 3 more times. Following your own breath and your own speed. Only go as fast as feels good for you. Last one. And then hang out in your fold. Let your arms dangle. Notice how your breath feels and how your body feels doing a couple fast movements right off the go. On your next breath in, bring your hands to your shins, come up again halfway. And then bring the hands down onto the mat on your exhale. Just tiptoe your feet all the way back behind you. And we'll be in our plank here. Hold for a breath. And then we'll bring the knees down and kind of head into our tabletop. Just shuffle the knees forward just slightly. We're going to lift up and out of the shoulder girdle, the shoulder blades a few times just to warm up that part of the body. So it's kind of like doing a push-up without bending your elbows. So you're just going to go up and out of the shoulders. Once you've done that a few times, you can take it deeper and head all the way into your cat-cow. So the next time you breathe it in, bring the chin up to the tailbone, and exhale, suck the belly button in, round out the spine, push it towards the ceiling. One more time like that. Come back into a neutral spine in your tabletop. We're going to do a couple of hip bars, focusing both on the shoulders and the hips today. So CARs just means your circular or articular rotations. So we're going to be in our tabletop here. You're going to flex the left foot, pick it up, take it into the air behind you, take that knee out to the side, bring it up all the way and back in. Do this 2 more times. Try to keep your hips square to the mat. And go just a little bit slower than you want to. And switch directions, go 3 times the other way. Trying to keep the hips square means that your core is going to have to do a lot of work. Once you've done your 3 times going each direction, bring that left knee down, move over to the right side. So flex the right foot, take it up behind you, knee out, up, and in. 3 times going this way, and then switch 3 times going the other. One more. And then we'll come back into our tabletop. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips all the way, come into a downward dog. Pedal up the feet. You can keep a big bend in the knee here as well, just until your hamstrings feel ready to start straightening the legs a little more. Pedal up the feet, stretch out the calves, and then find some stillness. Take 2 breaths. From here, we're going to bring the feet a little closer together. Pick that right foot up, take it into the air behind you. Bend the knee, open up the hip to the side wall. Take a breath, try to make your hands feel like there's equal pressure in each hand and every finger. On your next breath in, rock forward, place that right foot beside the hands, between the hands, at the top of the mat. And we're going to come up, use the core, bring the hands up overhead, high lunge. Rotate on that back foot, come into your warrior 2. So the heel of the front foot is lining up with the arch of the back foot. Plug the shoulders into the back. Hold strong here. We're going to add some shoulder rotations into this warrior 2. So take your right hand just somewhere down on your low back. And the left hand, we're going to loop around as we shift forward. So we're going to deepen the bend in the right knee. And that left arm is going to come all the way up and around. We're going to try and make this a fluid motion. So as you rock forward, you're doing a big shoulder circle. The front of the right shoulder is being stretched because that hand is at your low back. You're just rocking forward and back, straightening the knee and bending the knee each time your shoulder rotates. Let's do this 2 more times on this side. The next time we rock forward, we're going to come into a warrior 3. So let your arm send you forward, let you use some of that momentum. So rock forward, use the back foot and that arm to come up to balancing on that front leg. Your arms can go back behind you or out in front, depending on what feels best in your body right now. Try to keep a little micro bend in that standing knee, and hips are square to the mat again. Hold here. Your arms can also be out in T, if that helps you feel like you can balance. 1 more breath. And then rock forward, kick that left foot out in front of you, hold. Take the arms up overhead. Hold strong here. And then take that left foot somewhere along the right standing leg coming into tree. So either on the shin, up into the thigh, whatever feels better for you today. And we're going to take the arms up overhead and try to point the thumbs back behind you and almost bring them back like you're coming into a bit of a back bend. From here, if you have enough space, I might hit my mantle here. You're gonna bring the hands down as if you're doing a snow angel standing up. Bring the hands down and rotate them once they get to the low back, and then come all the way back up, bring them overhead. One more time. Next time your hands are overhead, bring them into heart center, take a breath, and then bring that left knee back into the chest, send it all the way back behind you, arms come up, we're back in high lunge. Take a breath here. Start to bring the hands down to frame that right foot. Take the right foot back beside the left. Let's bring the knees down, lower all the way to the front of the body. We're going to bring the hands just slightly out in front. On your next inhale, loop the shoulders up, back and down, come into cobra. And exhale, release. Inhale, come up, bring the left shoulder down, look over the right. And release on the exhale. Last time, inhale up, pull through the finger pads, right shoulder comes down, look over the left. And then exhale, release. Take a breath here. You can bring one cheek to the mat or make a pillow with your hands. From here, we're going to bring the right arm out in front of us. You're going to use the right arm as like a pillow. You're going to take your left hand, grab onto the left foot, and just focus on pushing the left hip down into the mat. This might not feel like much, but this hip activation, this isometric hold, is going to relieve any pain that you're feeling there from maybe sitting a little too much before doing this practice. One more breath. And start to release. Take the left hand out in front. Place your head on the left arm now instead of the right. Reach the right hand back. Grab onto that right foot and then press the right hip down into the mat. You're really focusing on pressing down. Trying to let the neck relieve all of its tension. Let the jaw be soft. One more breath. And release. Bring both hands now underneath the shoulders. Tap the toes under. We're going to lift back up through our tabletop, back into our downward facing dog. Pedal it out. And then find your 2 breaths in stillness. Bring the feet a little closer together. Take that left foot up into the air behind you. Bend the knee, open up the hip to the side wall, focusing on equal pressure in the hands. Take a breath here. And then rock forward on the inhale. Place that left foot between the hands at the top of the mat. Use the core, lift up into your high lunge. And then we'll start to rotate on the back foot, coming into our warrior 2. Heel of the front foot, meeting up with the arch of the back foot. Once you feel strong and stable here, start to bring that left hand down to the lower back, and we will bend that front knee even more, rotate the shoulder. As the shoulder and the hand come back, you can straighten the front knee. And we're just going to rotate like this, focusing on reaching with the hand, getting a good stretch and extension in that shoulder. Also quite a nice stretch for the right hip. Let's go 2 more times. And then the next time you rock forward, use that arm and your back foot to push you forward into standing, and then make your way into warrior 3. Whatever you did with your arms on the other side is great. If you want to do your snow angel arms here as well, that makes it even more of a challenge. But if you want a little bit more shoulder strengthening, it's a good one to add in. One more breath. And then start to rock forward, kick that right leg out, arms overhead, hold. And then bring the right foot somewhere along that standing leg, avoiding the knee, come into your tree pose. Bring the arms up overhead, and we'll move through a few of our standing snow angels. Shoulders are probably burning a bit by now, mine are. Two more. Last one. Reach the arms up. Take that right knee forward. Send it all the way back behind you, coming into your high lunge. And hold. Bring the hands down to frame the right foot. Take the right foot back beside the left. And you can move through knees cut to the ground into your cobra, or chaturanga push-up, move through your vinyasa into upward facing dog. We will all meet in our downward dog. Trying to make it feel like you're taking some rest here in this down dog. Let's take one more breath. And then bring the knees down, sit back onto the heels. We're going to start slowing it down a little bit, getting some stretching in. The forearms are something that also get really tight with all of our computering. So bring the backs of the hands down to the mat, somewhere even around your knee, and then just lean back slightly, just enough so that you start to feel a stretch in the forearms. Take two more breaths here. It's probably a little bit more intense than you were expecting. And release, bring the wrists up, just roll them in a couple circles. From here, you're just gonna come to seated. So you can rock over to one side, take the legs out in front. We'll inhale the arms up, and reach forward, reaching for the shins, the toes, whatever's available to you today. You can let the back round out, let the head be heavy here as well. Then slowly roll the spine back up to neutral, tent the fingertips behind you, push out the chest. Release back into neutral. We're going to move into cow face legs or shoelace legs. If this is too much on your hips, you can come into butterfly, or you can come into a wide-legged forward fold, whatever feels best in your body today. If you're moving into shoelace legs, you're going to bring the left leg underneath the right. The goal is to try and line up the knees. My body can't do that, so this is as far as you get. That's totally great. This will be really intense in the right hip. So if it's too intense, move to one of those other poses. But if you feel good here, you can start to fold forward a little bit more into that hip and into the right glute. And breathe. Start to make your way back up to neutral. Let's tent the right fingertips back behind us. Bring the left hand to the right knee. You can use it to help you twist towards the right. Use your core, straighten the spine. Take another breath. Only twist as far as your body wants to go. And then we'll make our way back into neutral. Bring the left hand down somewhere beside you. Inhale the right arm all the way up and over. You can bend that left elbow, get a little bit farther over. You look up towards the right hand or down towards the left, whatever feels better on your neck. And come back up into neutral. We're going to leave the left fingertips down. Take the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Stretch out that side of the neck. And start to come back up into neutral. Untangle the legs, take them out in front. Just give them a shake. It's a lot of time and pressure on that right hip, but hopefully feels like you've got a bit of a release. We're going to move into the other side, so take that right leg underneath and the left leg on top. And then bring your hands out in front, shift forward, fold just as much as feels good. Start to make your way back up into neutral spine. Tent the left fingertips behind you. Straight spine here, and then your right hand comes to the left knee. Use that to help you twist to the left. But don't use it to force anything. Just a gentle bit of leverage. One more breath. And you can start to make your way back into center. If your twists are feeling really good, you can spend more time there by all means. If you're moving with me, your right hand is going to come down beside you. Inhale the left arm all the way up and over. Big side stretch. And then you can move back into neutral. The right fingertips stay reaching for the ground and bring the left ear closer towards the left shoulder. Stretch out that right side of the neck. And back up into neutral. Untangle the legs, take them out in front. Give them a shake. And then one more thing we're going to do with the neck. This is something that might feel a little bit wacky, but also might release some pressure on the spine. Just take your hands, grab somewhere along your jaw, the base of your head, and just pull up slightly. Feel like you're creating a bit of space in your spine. One more breath. And release. Take your hands back down. Shift your bum slightly forward. And we're going to come all the way down to lying on our mats. If you want to add in another twist here, you can hug your knees in. And then bring your legs over to the left side and then the right if you're not ready to head into Shavasana. Or you can bring the feet up into the hands for Happy Baby and just rock back and forth a little bit on the spine. Whenever you're ready, we'll head into our resting pose. Breathe deeply, let the work settle into your body. Roll the shoulders underneath you. And close down the eyes. I'll call you back in just a minute. Just take some breaths here. Before you head on with the rest of your day. Start to bring your hands up to your belly. Take one big breath into that space. And then bring your feet closer towards you. Roll over to one side. And come out to seated. Come to your comfortable seated position. Hands can come to your knees or wherever feels comfortable for you, maybe in heart center. Let's take a deep breath together. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Let me know if you have any requests for future classes. We encourage you to get your friends and your family out and practicing. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.